Newswatch, as many new upgrades and establishments are being constructed around the campus. The newest one will be a residence hall.
And a new bill restricts the age on tanning. Find out all the details coming up on Newswatch.
And March Madness is here, and see what the Cyclones have in store for next year. All the story in your Cyclone Sports Report.
Watch 18. Newswatch 18 starts now.
Good evening and welcome to the March 25th edition of Newswatch. I'm Danielle Carpenter.
And I'm Maria Lizignoli. Thanks for joining us.
This week, Iowa State holds their semi-annual blood drive at the Great Hall of the Memorial Union. Jessica O'Reilly has the story.
Iowa State is now hosting the Spring 2015 Blood Drive in the Great Hall of the Memorial Union. Thousands of students, faculty, and community members will come to support and donate to a great cause. The drive is one of the largest student-run blood drives in the nation. This year's theme is "This is what a hero looks like." Millions of people need blood transfusions each year, so just one donation can make a huge difference.
Blood drive is so important because we're saving lives here. Each blood donation saves 3 lives, and here at the Iowa State Blood Drive we have blood centers from both Iowa and Nebraska. We have Omaha Red Cross here, so we're saving lives at both a local and a statewide level.
The process of donating blood is fairly simple, and you can be in and out in less than 1 hour.
You just have to show up to the MU Great Hall. No appointment is necessary. There's an initial registration table where if you are a previous donor, you can show your donation card and donate blood to that specific blood center. Otherwise, you can sign up right on the spot, and the blood donation takes about 10-15 minutes.
Before donating blood, it's very important to prepare yourself by staying hydrated and eating iron-rich foods.
One super important thing is to eat a meal before you come to donate. Because one thing that gets a lot of people is if they don't eat, they become very faint and could potentially pass out.
I would definitely say eat and drink. Fluids are great, lots of water, juice. And then make sure you're mentally ready. Don't psych yourself out. Stay positive. Come with a friend to hold your hand and just enjoy it because you're saving lives and it's a great cause. It's a universal need. So,
for Newswatch 18, I'm Jessica O'Reilly.
After 50 years, Sigma Chi fraternity is building a new house. The house is being built for $3.5 million. Construction of the new house will increase the size from 13,000 square feet to 17,000 square feet and the house capacity to 52 members. Many new amenities are being added to the historic house that include 4-person suites, a cafe, a conference room, libraries, studies, a home theater, and a rec room. The active chapter is currently residing in the Larch Residence Hall and is very anxious for the completion of the project. Construction began in early July and projected to be completed in the fall of 2015.
On behalf of Spread the Word and the Word campaign, March is dedicated to being the Best Buddies Month. Best Buddies is a nonprofit organization that has been around for 25 years. It is about pairing high school and college students with members of the community who have intellectual disabilities. Here at Iowa State, the Best Buddies organization has 141 members who meet with their pair once a month and have group activities such as attending a Cyclone hockey game and having holiday-themed events. If you are interested in joining this organization or finding out more information, you can go to the Iowa State chapter's homepage.
One of Hy-Vee's biggest competitors is coming to Des Moines next week. Price Chopper will replace 5 Dolls locations starting Sunday, making it the 3rd largest grocery chain in the city. The Kansas City-based company may have a challenge competing with Hy-Vee and will have to differentiate itself to draw in new customers.
784 students will be able to call a new residence hall their home away from home in the spring of 2017. Soon to be located east of Buchanan Hall, this will be considered a traditional style residence hall that will be 8 stories tall and cost $49.5 million. Enrollment at ISU has increased tremendously at 35% over the past 10 years, which leads to an increase in on-campus housing at 55%. Students can look for more information on the Iowa State homepage.
If you are under 18 years old, you can expect to not be allowed to use a tanning bed in the near future. The Iowa Senate just passed a bill banning people under 18 from using tanning devices. The bill is now on its way to the House. The tanning industry claims that people 17 and under represent only 2% of the people who visit indoor tanning facilities, but they're not necessarily opposed to the legislation.
If you are tired of some of the stores right outside of campus, or maybe you are looking for a part-time job to take on at school, then you are just in luck. Ames will be introducing a new strip mall called South Point Center this upcoming summer. This mall will be located at 705th South Duff Avenue. 2 of the stores will be Sprint and Firehouse subs. The remaining space is still waiting to be leased.
For student organization Normal ISU, raising awareness and inspiring change is the mission. Mary Kahn has the story.
I had the opportunity to sit in on a meeting and speak with several members of a student organization here at Iowa State that is working for social change, a student organization that might be controversial to some.
So I would say our mission statement, our main point is to inform the public or the community of Iowa State about how they can reform marijuana laws.
Here at Iowa State, as well as across all college campuses, you will find passionate students working to promote a cause. So for the students behind the Iowa State chapter of the National Organization for the Reformation of Marijuana Laws, what draws them to their cause?
My go-to answer would be for civil liberties.
The ISU chapter of Normal, the acronym the organization goes by for short, spreads their message through means such as regular meetings, hosting speakers, reaching out to legislators, and collaborating with other student organizations. They find it important to build a personal rapport with students and the greater community.
We try to do philanthropy and volunteer work throughout the community to try to fight that stigma of marijuana users and law reform supporters as non-contributors to society, lazy. We try to disprove those stigmas by getting out there and helping the community.
In coming months, the aim is to get out in the community and volunteer. And on April 13th, they will get the chance to go to the state capitol in Des Moines and speak personally with a state representative. Reporting for ISU TV, I'm Mary Kahn.
And now Logan Murata joins us at the desk for your Cyclone Sports Report. Logan, what is new in the world of Cyclone Sports?
Well, as you know, Maria, it wasn't the best end to the basketball season this year, but things are looking up into next year. Stay tuned. I'll have more for you after the break. You're watching Newswatch. Welcome back from the break. I'm Logan Murata with your Cyclone Sports. And as we know, March Madness is among us, but for us Iowa State fans, it's been a lot more like March Sadness. Both the men's and women's teams had disappointing first-round exits in the tournament. The women dropping a game to the 7th-seeded Dayton Flyers, and the men's team, after a dramatic comeback-filled journey to capture a second straight Big 12 tournament, were shocked by the 14th-seeded UAB Blazers. And whether the reason was poor offense, rebounding, or whatever, I'd rather not focus on that, but focus on what is to come of Iowa State hoops next year. The women's team will part ways with 3 big-time seniors, Fallon Ellis, All Big 12 honorable mention Bryn Williamson, and All Big 12 first team Nikki Moody. In return, they will bring in 3 recruits, including ESPN Top 100 prospect Meredith Burkhall. There's not been a schedule released, but the women will likely tip off their season in early November. And the men's team also will be graduating 3 seniors this year, Daniel Edozie, Bryce Dijon-Jones, and All Big 12 honorable mention Dustin Hogue. As of yesterday, the Cyclones will also lose freshman point guard Clayton Custer, who is planning to transfer. Custer's move will open up a 3rd scholarship for Coach Hoiberg to fill. And speaking of transfers, it's no question that Hoiberg has a knack for finding them, and next season Iowa State will bring in a few more. A pair of sharpshooters include Iowa Western Community College transfer Darian Williams, as well as Oregon State transfer Hallis Cook, who actually sat out this season after a double hip surgery. The Cyclones will also welcome Marquette transfer and high-flying slam dunk specialist Deontay Burton, but the most noise is coming from potential 5-star recruit and McDonald's All-American Czech Diallo, who Coach Hoiberg will meet with in the next couple of days. Diallo has received offers from Pittsburgh, St. John's, Kentucky, and Kansas. The men's schedule has not been released for next season, but it was recently announced that they will face the Colorado Buffaloes in their season opener November 13th at a neutral site in Sioux Falls, South Dakota. And although the basketball teams were unable to snag a championship, wrestler Kyvan Gatson was able to win the 197-pound national championship. Gatson sealed the deal with his own patented move, simply called the Gatson, which led to a pin on Ohio State's Kyle Snyder. Gatson's journey to the title was not easy. Kyvan underwent 2 shoulder surgeries his freshman year and almost quit wrestling his sophomore year following his father's death. In an interview with ESPN after his big win, the reporter asked him how he felt. His response, "I just want some ice cream, man." Gatson got his ice cream and closed out his collegiate career a 2-time All-American, 2-time Big 12 champion, and now finally a national champion. And that's all I have for Cyclone Sports Report. And I know everyone is looking forward to this warm weather, but how soon can we expect to get that weather?
But we are talking, starting Sunday, we're talking 60s and 70s in the forecast. We'll have the full forecast coming up.
Ocupan por ti.
We're going to start with a breezy day tomorrow, and we'll see those below average temps through at least Saturday, but after that we're going to look at temperatures in the 60s and 70s for the rest of the week. Highs today, we made it into the mid-40s for most of the state with 43 in Waterloo and 41 in Mason City. Des Moines held on to that 50 degrees. Currently outside the studio right now, we're looking at 42 degrees with those cloudy skies. The winds are north-northwest, and that dew point is at a comfortable 29 degrees. And so that's not too much different from the rest of the state currently right now. We're looking at 38 in Waterloo and 39 in Fort Dodge with 43 over in Sioux City, so mainly 30s and lower 40s. And the winds are from the north-northwest, ranging from 10 miles an hour to 16 miles an hour, and that's what's keeping us on the cool side tonight. Looking at the clouds and radar, those clouds are lingering for the whole entire state, and we're even seeing some showers down to the south. But the bigger question, or the bigger picture, is the Oklahoma and Missouri and parts of Arkansas. They've seen some very severe weather today with this line of thunderstorms that have developed over the day today, and that's still dropping 1 inch to 2 inch diameter hail, and we've even had some tornado warnings throughout the day. And there's those, that makes a very colorful picture for watches and warnings. You see the pink here, that's a severe thunderstorm watch. The yellows are severe thunderstorm warning, and the reds and the greens are flood-related watches. And that brings up an important point because this week in Iowa is Severe Weather Awareness Week, and today focus on tornadoes. You may have heard those those tornado sirens going off earlier in the day, and futurecasts will show that we won't need those for actual tornadoes for a little bit. You'll see those clouds move out overnight tonight, leaving clear skies for Thursday morning, a nice pleasant walk to class. But with the return of a cold front to the state, we'll see some clouds and maybe some snow move in on Friday. And that'll make the lows tonight mainly in the 20s with 26 in Ames, 25 in Fort Dodge, and 22 up in Mason City. But the temperatures tomorrow will look pretty nice with 40s and maybe 37 up in Mason City. So 43 over in Davenport. Tonight for Ames, we're looking at 28 degrees. Those winds will be from the north-northwest, bringing in that cooler temperatures. Tomorrow, though, we're looking at a nice day with 44 degrees, partly cloudy skies, and that will still be breezy. The extended forecast will be pretty nice for the later part of the week. We're looking at 39 on Friday. We could see some storm chances with rain and snow mixes for Saturday night and Sunday night. But Sunday, we're looking at those warm temperatures in the 60s, and yes, even 72 on Tuesday. So looking pretty nice to close off the week. Seth, back to you.
with the Oscars long gone, we look to a film that I believe was snubbed by the Academy, Nightcrawler, starring Jake Gyllenhaal and Rene Russo, written and directed by Dan Gilroy. The film follows the main character, Lou Bloom, played by Gyllenhaal, a man who is desperate for work and is highly motivated. Set in LA, Bloom becomes a night crawler, or someone who films accidents, victims after shootings, and anything that would pique the interest of local news stations immediately after they happen. Bloom learns that with the right combination of speed and creative camera work, he can be first on site and earn a decent amount of money selling the footage he records to news stations. Bloom becomes associated with a particular news station where Nina Romina, played by Russo, has a lot of sway. Bloom and Romina become business partners, and the line between their personal and private relationship becomes fuzzy and uncomfortable. Much like their relationship, the two, desperate for ratings, push the envelope of what is accepted on newscasts and many times break general decorum. Bloom's talents are undeniable, but his ambition and lack of respect for victims or police lead him into an entangling web of filming and actually interacting with a crime while it's being committed. Gyllenhaal absolutely should have been nominated for the Best Actor for his portrayal of Bloom, a blunt but lovable character. He is deeply committed to Bloom's mannerisms and speech patterns, and it is a joy to watch. Nightcrawler is a film that was rejected by the Academy, but is sure to be accepted by the film-loving masses. The film will make you question ethical limitations of news coverage. It will excite you as you follow the thrilling characters of Bloom and his partner as they race across LA searching for crime scenes. But most of all, Nightcrawler exposes the lengths that one man will go in order to get what he wants. I'm Seth Hansen, and this has been Real Talk.
That's all for this edition of Newswatch.
Tune in next week for more news, weather, and sports, and all that matters to you.
From all of us at ISU TV, have a good night, Ames.